I wanna click on it without fucking it up. Bam! Oh my god. Game, don't freeze! Oh. Welcome back to the letter. Started on a great note. Look at those boobies. Alright, so let's go. Actually. Hold on. Can't really do anything with you. Are you dead? I wonder. Oh, so I wonder about this little leaf here. This feature shows the outline of your... Yes, on my eye. Outline of your current chapter and has contents that other might deem as oh, sweet Jesus. Isabella 59%? Yo, I could have died. Yo, I could have died at that QTE. Yo. Oh my god, I feel like I just went in just one solid path. Who knows what the fuck I'm doing here? Oh, Jesus. What? But why would it go that way? Okay, whatever. The mansion grounds has been one of the first things to be fixed up aside from the bedroom. Fucking click! Although it's still work in progress, it has a promising start and I can already see the flower patches. Luke's favorite daffodils stand out easily, having been transplanted from the pots that used to litter the rooftops of the penthouse. Yo, brain, you wanna come back and actually read the words on the screen? That'd be fantastic. Why, if the moving crew thought that Luke was being hard on them, they clearly didn't see the landscape or on his way out. The man looked like he was ready to faint, and Luke seemed ready to kill him by the end of their discussion. Oh, hi! I was not expecting you here. Somebody lock Luke in a closet. It is in the gardens that I see him standing near the flowers in quiet admiration. He is hard to miss, the hulk of a man that clearly did not belong, and the big backpack and suitcase he has with him makes him look much larger. It is a peculiar sight seeing someone who looks like he does handling little delicate things with such care. He looks up from the gardens and does a double take before a friendly face replaces his serene expression.
Miss Wright, yeah?
Yeah.
Hi, Zachary Steele here from Luxury Living, ma'am.
You work for them? That's kind of funny. I didn't think you'd work for some people like that.
Too long.
No, I'm good.
But it looks like you're still moving in, huh? Thought for a second there my calendar was wrong and I came here too early.
You look familiar. Have we met?
Oh yeah, do you remember what your husband called him? I remember. I remember clearly, and so does YouTube. A very wide social circle, so everyone looks familiar at one point or another. But one would think I'd remember someone who stands out like him. I struggle to recall. The struggle to recall must have been evident on my face as he quickly and kindly answers my question.
Oh, I was with Isabella, your estate agent, when she had the house blessed.
Oh yes, that's right. Small world, isn't it?
Should have known you were Miss Wright.
The one and only.
Blush.
Welcome, welcome to Maison de Right.
Yo, you ain't French, girl, are you?
And yes, we've been in the process of moving in as we were delayed. But it won't be a problem.
Where do I want to put my microphone? I don't know.
They're just adding a few things here and there, and you should still be able to do your work. Where's the rest of your crew then, Mr. Steele?
Zach is fine, please. Mr. Steele makes me feel like I'm a mascot for a cleaning product.
He's the fucking knockoff of Mr. Clean. Man, Mr. Steele is the guy who gets the rust off of cars.
Anyway, I'll be your one-man crew for today. Don't worry, been doing this gig for a while now.
You must be quite the veteran to handle this on your own. We've had a full crew coming into our penthouse the last time we were covered in your magazine.
You are not that important. I refuse to believe you people are that important.
Veteran? Oh, your words are too kind, Miss Wright.
Aw, you guys are... Not you guys, you are just cute.
Hannah! If I get to call you Zach, you have my permission to call me Hannah.
Best friends.
Alrighty then.
Let me just... Oh fuck. How do I put myself on leave me alone? I'm busy, fuck off. There we go. All good.
Anyway, I'm no veteran, but I know my camera well enough to make sure this is a good shoot. You can trust me on that, Miss Wright, Hannah.
That actually scared me a bit. Oh, stop, please. Zachary proves quickly enough that I can, in fact, trust him. His skills with the camera and experience in this industry at very least. What the fuck? He is kind and courteous, listening and following as I lead him around the house. A really nice fellow, as he treats our household staff well whenever we cross paths with them. I answer his questions to the best of my ability, and he is patient enough to answer mine whenever I get curious enough. For one, I asked what the bags are for. They are quite the magician's toolkit. From inside, he has procured several items to embellish the interior with. Bowls of fruit, lemon, trays with pepper mills, stacks of cookbooks, cutting boards, and glass canisters filled with colorful nuts and grains are brought from the kitchen for the kitchen setting. For the bathroom, there are white towels, seashells, and decorative soaps. There are other things as well, too numerous to count, in the large backpack and suitcase.
Tricks of the trade. Softens up a room, makes a place feel more homey, and fills it up with texture. But you guys probably have better stuff I can use for this.
No lights. Don't tell me all of these are just props.
Well, I've got my tripod here. For things like these, natural light is best. I'll just have to set the shutter speed to a real slow setting, and as long as nobody steps into the shot, it'll look great.
I swear to God, I turned myself onto busy. Can y'all just... I'm offline, okay?
Oh, it better.
We go through the rooms one at a time, all the way first tack with the ones that the movers have no business in anymore. Whoo! Boy, what the fuck? Ballroom? Y'all don't... You're two people! Y'all don't need a ballroom! The ballroom needs a little preparation with its grand design, although there was some trouble at first with the wide open space and the pictures being backlit. It is in the kitchen that Zachary props come in handy, considering how Johannes kept the place so neat and sterile that one could practically eat off the floor. We carry on, touring the house and taking pictures where we can, with exception to the rooms which have yet to gain any purpose or design. Too bad I can't take a sneak peek at his photos yet. Funnily is not a word! Yo, funnily is not a word. Hold. No, I'll look at it later. He's using a traditional camera. I don't even know I don't even know film still existed. With the way he speaks, however, I can see that he knows enough about his craft that I am not too worried about botched photographs. I imagine photography must be a cathartic hint for him. Cathartic. I know it, just can't pronounce it. It's one of those things. In the moment, you have a total brain fart. Judging by how at ease he looks while taking pictures, there's, like, later I'll be like, fuck, that's the word. I'll be, like, laying in bed. It happens every time. I'll be laying in bed, I'm like, I know that word now, god damn it. There are small snippets of conversation in between the clicking of the camera. He even goes as far as to talk about these terminologies like shutter speed and aperture when I ask about the technical aspects. I can't quite see the picture as it's made, much like when I watch artists paint on their canvas. But just watching someone passionately practicing their crafts... A craft such as this is exciting in its own way. Going through many rooms has been quite the exercise for both of us. Oh, that's cute! I'll get a nice picture of her. Despite that, he's been so nice, I find myself putting on my best smile. But it is as we're taking pictures in the foyer that when everything comes to a standstill for a moment. Just a moment. And I'd not been paying attention, I wouldn't have even noticed. It's merely a split second when Zachary's rhythm is put at halt. Whoa! Yo! Yo! His finger doesn't move to release the shutter. And he also doesn't pull the camera away from his face, still gazing firmly fixed through the fucking finder. His hands shake and there is a light sheen of sweat on his forehead.
Zachary?
Yo, you got whore on you! No response.
Zach, is something the matter?
I assume you don't feel that. Lowering his camera, he blinks and stares at something behind me before shaking his head. Woof! That was all kinds of fucked up. Damn! By the way, she is beautiful. She's just so pretty. Turning around, though, I see nothing that could have gotten his attention.
Oh no, there's nothing wrong. I just remembered something, that's all.
Fucking hell. Tell her! Oh, I guess you can't. You don't really have any evidence, do you?
Let's get back to the pictures. Can you move a bit more to the left, yeah?
I struggle to respond this time. There's a sudden weight on my back and an indescribable tightness around my throat. Everything stops, and everything starts again. I manage to choke out.
If you're sure.
Whew, okay. Oh, Jesus. I don't know what just happened. It was probably just a dizzy spell. I'm fine. And he says he's fine. And we continue at the same pace as before, although there's an unspoken agreement that we will not talk about what happened.
So, is this a full-time job for you then?
That was fucking shit.
Nah, I just freelance mostly, for magazines, newspapers, and events. So you can't really call it a full-time job. It's fun and it puts food on the table, but it's not what I really want to do.
Then why are you doing it?
At least, not all the time.
What is it that you want to do then?
Maybe I've been out of line sticking my nose into other people's business, but I can't help but ask. I regret doing so as I see his shoulders slump and the easygoing air he has fades away. He looks torn over whether he wants to talk about it or not.
Films. Documentaries, mostly.
I feel like he was doing a documentary on slavery. I'm gonna go with that.
Cinematography is a lot more difficult than photography, right? I was working on this thing, actually.
What thing?
You know, a thing.
Well, it wasn't really a big thing.
Just a thing.
People didn't like Blue Fonzie very much.
People don't like a film about colors.
I don't know what that means, but thank you for explaining it, Hannah.
I suppose they would have liked Blue Bibby a lot more.
Very funny.
What does that mean, y'all? You inside jokes? I don't speak French.
So, Grand Director, do you want to tell me what Blue Fonzie is all about?
He hesitates, but when I refuse to budge on the matter, he gives in and spills it all out. Blue Fonzie... You're really gonna make me say this. Nope, I'm gonna butcher it. The here la plus sombre des... No, that's as far as I'm gonna get. Dark blue, the darkest hour with the black British. He speaks with the passion of one who has gone through the very matters he is concerned with. There was a conviction, knowledge, and experience in his speech. Why, I would have told him that he is an amazing speaker if only I wasn't so engrossed in listening. Prejudice and discrimination in schools and in the workplace, lesser chances for opportunity and higher chances of being treated like a criminal. He spoke of blacks and people of color in general, still being treated like second-class citizens. All because of the color of their skin. It's all just positively riveting, and sad. It comes to a point wherein he soon loses steam and looks abashed, realizing what he had just done.
Sorry, I just got so carried away and...
It's fine. It is really so fascinating to watch people talk about their passion after all.
I just realized how nice Hannah is. Despite her being rich, I'm a little bitch when it comes to rich people, but seeing her, she's nice. I think I got that vibe of her being an asshole because of Luke, but she's actually a genuine nice person.
You should see how your eyes light up when you speak so fiercely. You do have very beautiful eyes.
Yeah, I just realized he has green eyes. You don't really see green eyes with people of this color, you know? Like, yeah, it's nice. I've never seen green eyes, though.
Uh-huh. Thanks, I guess.
I've just usually seen brown eyes. I'm African Americans, not green eyes, which I find cool. I want to say that I understand where he's coming from, but I really don't, do I? I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth and I lived in a charmed life. It hasn't been perfect, but the difficulties I have been through pales in comparison to what others experience on a daily basis. I certainly don't know how I would have fared were it any different. Would I have still met Luke? Would he still have loved me if I was any lesser?
What was your home like? These things you talk about, it sounds like you've... Well, I don't mean to pry, I mean.
I live with my older sister and my grandparents. We had a shop selling all sorts of things below our flat.
It's fine. I just want to get more points as actor because he's so great.
And well, I was one of the few non-white, non-British students in class. I didn't get pushed around or anything straight up. Even then, I was one of the biggest kids around.
But so huggable.
But a pencil and notebook would go missing, you know?
Oh, that I knew. Children can be so cruel at times. Of course, it may be a slightly different story when you have personal guards, and the stolen item is not a pencil, but an expensive heirloom. Damn.
So what about you? How you liking your new house? It's pretty impressive.
It's nice, I suppose.
Girl, you so excited about it. What do you mean, suppose?
You suppose? Not big enough?
Don't you fucking mock me.
What? No, oh, don't be a bully. It's just that.
I understand if you don't want to talk about it.
Just what? I was a little girl all dolled up and treated like a fragile porcelain, with nursemaids waiting to me hand and foot. All the material possessions anyone could ever want I could ask for on a whim, and it would be handed to me just like that. But I barely saw my parents, just goodbye kisses in the morning before they went off to work, to who knows where they were needed to next. I saw them more often on the telly or in the papers than I ever did in person.
I remember my old house. It was a lot like this one. Big walls and big halls, but nobody in it. Not really. It makes you think how alone you are.
A pensive mood overcomes us, and there's a moment where neither of us are sure how to go on from there. Things have gotten a bit too personal, yet it isn't wholly uncomfortable. Like as if we've been friends before.
That's normal, ain't it? You just moved here. You'll make home out of it yet.
He certainly makes it easy to believe that. My childhood house is indeed a lot like this one. With a ghost in it? Is she your nursemaid? Just as large and extravagant, and just as empty. I hope he's right.
So, Monsieur le Photographe, you've covered the one and only Ermengarde mansion.
Somebody gotta close this fucking door, lock it, put a bunch of friggin' plywood over it, and make it explode. Glue it shut. Cock it shut. I don't care what you have to do. This door remains shut at all times.
What's next on the agenda?
Ah.
The interview?
Boring. It's an interior design and housing magazine.
And they want to know what Miss Wright has to say about her interior design and house.
It's fucking haunted. That's what I gotta say about it.
Honor Wright thinks she bought a magnificent house that she can certainly brag about. Blah, blah. Boring. You know what they should print more of? I watched an interesting documentary the other day. Bleu Foncé, the darkest hours of the Black British. I recommend you watch it.
You're trying so hard, girl.
Those are the things that people should know about. What do they care if I use a purple or green bowl of fruit in my kitchen?
I care. Green is amazing.
People, right?
Oui. People are shite.
I like how she starts with, "Oi," but then says shite at the end of her sentence.
What do you think? Do I look good with this angle?
I strike a pose while he's being busy. What the fuck? I strike a pose while he's being busy, looking taken aback for a moment, probably not expecting me to just go and say such crass words. But he recovers quickly, and after snapping a few shots, he grins.
Vous êtes belle.
Stop it! I'm just surprised he wasn't scared to see that damn ghost. He got over it quick.
Ones?
Yes, please. So, the big boy knows French.
Did you not catch that from the name of the— fuck it.
You must have wooed a few ladies. Unless you're into gents.
With the times.
Either way, French is, after all, the language of romance.
I'm more with Spanish is the language of romance, but okay. I just feel like French is just a lot of spitting. It's a phlegm.
Oh, I don't know about quoting fancy poetry, but I've made lunch for a girl before, and they did like that fancy French cuisine.
Them prime snails, though.
Can you cook with your best?
I don't know what that is.
I can cook just about anything as long as I know the recipe.
C'est magnifique.
C'est magnifique, oh boy. It's been too long since I've had a nice and proper chat with a good friend. No, Lee is certainly not a good friend. And although we just met, who's we? We've just met Zachary. We've just met, oh. Reading that sentence completely wrong. Zachary's the sort who can probably befriend anyone. He's just a comfortable person to be around with. A bit too comfortable. 19 minutes. I'm gonna end this episode here. My feet have fallen asleep. And I've already gotten a good old spook, so I don't need another old spook, so I'll see y'all in the next episode. I don't know what the word for goodbye is in French, so I'm gonna say bonjour and just pretend it's goodbye. Is it au revoir? It's one of those. Maybe it's au revoir. I think it's that. We'll go with that. Au revoir or bonjour, whichever. Bye.